Solomon was a fisherman, just like his father, and his father's father before him. Every morning at dawn, he set out in his small boat, casting his nets into the vastness of the sea, trusting the ocean would provide. But lately, his nets had been coming back lighter, and his heart weighed heavier each day. One early morning, just as the sun began to peek over the horizon, Solomon set out again, with his usual tools, a worn fishing rod, a bucket, and a small charm his wife had given him. A little stone shaped like a fish, said to bring luck. He fingered the charm as he whispered a silent prayer to the sea, hoping for a good catch. But the sea seemed silent, almost still, as if holding its breath. He cast his net, waited, and pulled. Empty. He cast again, waited longer this time, and pulled. Still, nothing. As hours passed, Solomon began to feel frustration bubbling up inside him. He felt the sting of failure. And for the first time, the urge to turn back crossed his mind, just as he was about to reel in his empty net one last time and head home. He noticed something unusual. A glimmer in the water caught his eye. A strange, pale light flickering below the surface. Curiosity got the better of him, and he leaned over the side of the boat to get a better look. The shimmering light grew brighter, and suddenly, he saw the shape of a fish, larger than any he'd ever seen, gliding gracefully toward his boat. Its scales shone like silver, almost too beautiful to be real. Solomon held his breath as the creature circled his boat, watching him with what seemed like a wise, knowing gaze. With a strange calm, Solomon held out his net. The fish stopped and looked at him, and then, as if it understood his intent, it swam into the net. Solomon's hands trembled as he lifted it out of the water. It was heavy, and it felt warm to the touch. A surprising warmth that filled him with an unexpected sense of peace. The fish stayed still, allowing itself to be caught. But as he looked into its gentle eyes, Solomon felt an odd pang of guilt. He knew this fish was no ordinary creature. He wasn't sure why, but he felt it would be wrong to take it home. A moment passed, and Solomon found himself loosening his grip. Gently, he lowered the fish back into the water. It lingered for a second, almost as if it was thanking him, then flicked its tail and vanished beneath the waves, leaving behind a few ripples and the glow of dawn's first light. Just as the fish disappeared, Solomon noticed his nets were full, heavy with the weight of countless fish, more than he'd ever caught before. His heart swelled with gratitude and wonder. It felt as though the ocean itself had acknowledged his act of mercy. By the time he returned to shore, his boat was overflowing, and word of his extraordinary catch spread quickly. As Solomon shared his bounty with his family and neighbors, he couldn't help but think back to the silvery fish with the wise eyes and the warmth of its scales. From that day on, Solomon never went to sea without touching the little charm his wife had given him. The one that now felt like more than just a symbol. He had learned that luck, perhaps, wasn't just something you caught. It was something you shared, something you gave back, something that came full circle like the tides of the sea.